Oh, and we're live. What is up, guys? What is up? I have a message for you that hit me this morning that I just have to share. Let me get this set up because I don't want to hold my phone. Oh, shit. Does anybody else go to put their phone in and it freaking almost turns off every time you put it in the holder? That's what happens to me. So you guys, there's a common thread that goes on, or a trend, I should say, that goes on that I've watched for years now in the online space, especially, John, yes, interesting title, right? Wait for it. I'm not being dirty, I promise. It goes on in the online space a lot, but the more I started thinking about it, it happened to me when I was in corporate, it's happened to me in school, it's happened to me everywhere, right? So like, good morning. The big thing that a lot of people need to understand is like, and you guys have heard me talk about how like you can be honest without being an asshole. Like a lot of people think that it's like a requirement to be a complete asshole, or it's like an excuse for being an asshole when you're being, oh, I'm just being honest. Like, no, you're just being a jackass. Like there's a very specific way that you can get your point across without being a total jerk, right? This is along the same lines of that. Good morning, Missy. So you've probably all seen this, and I don't believe in this scare tactic of like, let me shove my opinion, my method, my teaching down your throat and terrify you into thinking that you absolutely must purchase it or have it or follow every word I say so that you will have the life I have. Like how many people do you see online where they're literally like shoving their opinion down your throat? Like they're shoving it down your throat. And I'm just like, guys, like that is the most ineffective way to get your fucking point across. Like the most ineffective way. You might for a minute shock people. They might stop for a second and be like, whoa, that makes sense. Or wow, that person's powerful or whatever. But if you're looking for someone or you're looking for like that epiphany moment or the way to switch your thought process or someone to inspire you or strike a nerve to like push you forward, the best people to look for are people who are telling you a story, that are teaching you a lesson, that are saying, hey, this is how you can do this because I've lived it, right? They're giving you nuggets from like their own experience so that you can see that and think, okay, that makes sense to me, or that's how I can take what they learned and what they did and put it into my own life. Instead of being like, you must do this, blah, 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 or you're going to be a failure. Like shoving their shit down your throat. Like, what are you doing? It's not necessary. It's so counterproductive. Promote what you love instead of what you hate. All day long, Tandy, I totally agree. Good morning, Mark. Good to see you. So basically, like what I'm getting at is so if you're sharing, whether you're wanting somebody to like follow online, or you're wondering like, what am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to listen to? And you're feeling almost a little negative. Because I remember like there was a point in time a few years ago where I had a certain people that I was looking to for advice or whatever when I was starting my business. And I remember almost sometimes feeling like ugly about it, meaning like they were talking to me like I was an idiot, or they were making me feel stupid, or like almost giving me anxiety about what I needed to do, had to do, needed, whatever. And I'll tell you right now, like you can ask my first business coach, people like legitimately, Jeff Perkins, you know, hey Emily, good morning. So basically like, there were people that were like scaring me into what I thought I needed to do, and it froze me in my business. Like I didn't grow for a long time because I'm like, I have to post in this many places and I must wake up at 4 a.m. or I'm never going to be successful, and I must do this and because I had all of these people that were barking at me of what I had to do, and they were shoving their methods down my throat. And then what I recognized was, and what's funny is now I look around and those people that were doing that when I was fresh on the scene are no longer on the scene. Do you want to know why? Because that is not an effective way to lead people, you guys. It is not an effective way to influence anyone. So if you're in a business or you're trying to lead anything in your life, please take note. Like whether you're the one who's consuming or you're the one who's putting out, and most of the time we're both, we're a mixture of both, like please take note that the best way for you to get your point across to someone is to share with them your experience. Give them a lesson learned. Give them a way to get to the solution. Give them something real that they can hold on to. Do not just get on whatever platform or stand up in front of the crowd at your business and bark orders out. Like, unless you're in the military, Bill Montgomery, you just popped up and I saw your face. Unless you're in the military, don't do that. It's not an effective way to guide people, to lead people, to get people to actually listen to you, to impact anyone. It is such a negative thing. I don't care if you're trying to change the world. If you're trying to change the world by barking your orders and down my throat to like fear, like put me into like a scare, like into fear to act, like that's not going to work. Not on a daily basis, not on a consistent basis. When you're terrified because someone else is making you feel that way, that's not what you need. Like, I'm not saying, and here's the deal. Y'all obviously follow me and know that I'm not sunshine and roses. I'm not over here preaching freaking clouds and like, you know, the fairies are dropping money out of the sky. Not at all. Not at all is that what I ever stand for. But I also, thank you, Alana. But I have to go out into the world today, so I got dressed. But I also just like, it happens online. I saw it literally 5 times this morning. And I know that it's a part of a process I think some people go through when they're starting to like find their voice. But I really just wanted to get on here and really get this message across to you. Like, it's really like, I'm very passionate about that. And it really bothers me when I see people taking advantage of people who are trying to grow and learn, and all they're doing is like literally like, let me take this and shove it down your throat and you better fucking figure it out. And I'm like, what? No, like that is not effective, nor is it a way to grow anyone. So yes, I get really passionate. I write some pretty like interesting things. Like the other day, someone's like, did you really say pussy in your post? I'm like, I did. It happened. I said it. But here's the thing. But I still share a solution. I share a lesson learned. I share an experience of mine. So you can relate to it. So you can actually have something tangible to look at and hold on to. I'm not just sitting here telling you, do this, da 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 da. And most of the time, the people who are doing that to you have no right to be telling you what to do anyways, because they're not even accomplishing the things they're telling you about. It's almost like they're preaching for themselves, what they need to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just wanted to put this out there, whether you're consuming or you're putting it out there, whether it's online or in your business or, you know, charity or whatever it is that you're working to lead or grow or do in your life. Like, please have a little empathy. Be a real fucking human being. Share your experience. That is how you will impact people. That is how you will get through to them. They may not say anything right then and there either. They may not acknowledge that like they resonated with what you said, but it goes into their brain. I've had more people that I've never even heard of in my life that's never contacted me come out of the woodwork that have said, hey, you did this for me. You helped me make this change about something I'd said like a year ago, but they never even said anything to me. So please just know, like, people might not say out loud at that moment that they heard you and that you impacted them, but don't let that stop you, because the better way to reach people is with, it's authentically, like, share who you are, tell them your experience, give them a story. So I just really wanted to share that with you guys. I'm sorry I missed some comments here. Even in the military, barking orders at someone is the least effective way to lead people. Dude, I've never been in the military, John. I know you know. I'm just going off of what I think maybe like boot camp is like the only way that they do that. I don't know. Anyways, you got my point though. Thank you, Mason. All right, cool guys. So basically that was my story for you. I wanted to explain that. I wanted to, again, whatever side of the spectrum that you're on, whether you're consuming or you're putting content out there or you're leading in like online or in a brick and mortar business or whatever, just remember, like, barking orders down someone's throat and like shoving your methods about what you have to do down someone's throat is not an effective way to get your point across. It is not an effective way to lead people. It is not an effective way to help someone change their lives. It's a great way to make somebody stand stuck in concrete of fear, because it's just not productive. So thank you guys so much for watching. That was on my heart this morning, and I wanted to share it with you. I appreciate you all. If you like the video, thumbs up, and share it if you want. That would be awesome. Go out and conquer your Tuesday, and I will talk to you guys all soon.